Hi, now in this section we will discuss about the inheritance. So first we will discuss what is inheritance, and then after that we will discuss some of the types in inheritance, and then we will implement the programs as well. So first we will discuss what is inheritance. So the inheritance means if you want to copy the properties from one class to the another class, then we can call it as an inheritance. Suppose just there is some of the properties present in a base class, and then if you are copying the properties to the another derived class, so then we can call it as an inheritance. So not only from base to derived, you can also copy the properties from derived to base class as well. So the main of the motive of the inheritance topic, we are going to be copying the properties from one class to the another class, then we are going to be calling it as an inheritance. So there is a different types of inheritance is available. One is single level inheritance, and another one is multi-level, another one is multiple and hierarchical, and then after that we will discuss hybrid inheritance as well. So these are the inheritance that present in this, just we are going to be discussing one by one. So first we will discuss what is single level inheritance, and then after that we will discuss what is multi-level, and then after that what is multiple inheritance, and then what are the hierarchical and the hybrid inheritance. Just we will discuss these things, and then we will implement also how it is going to be working. So what is this inheritance? So before we are going to be discussing the types of inheritance, just we will look up on that what is base class, and this is it, what is derived class. So what is base class and the derived class? Base class is nothing but we can call it as a parent class. So in the first it is going to be deriving, it is going to be arriving, and then after that we are going to be initializing the first, it is a parent class, we can call it as in. Coming to the derived class, we can call it as a child class. So we are going to be deriving from the base class to the this class, so that's why we are going to be call it as a derived class. So we will see some of the examples, then you can easily got to know what is base class and what is derived class. So first we will implement this single level inheritance, then you can easily got to know the idea how we are going to be using. For single level inheritance, just you can use it one base class, and then after that you are going to be deriving from base class to derived class the properties. So now just I am going to be using hash include standard, and then now we are going to be creating one class base that I am going to be creating over here, and then here I am just, now you can create one more thing, that is I am just creating the data function cout. We can call this is a parent class. Now it's fine, now you can close this class as well. So you use it here string, so you need to mention as it is the header file as well, hash include string, that's it. Now we just created a base class with the data members and the member function. Now we will see here we are going to be deriving the properties from base class to the deriving class, just we are going to be inheriting the base class to the derived class. Now we will see this how we are going to be doing. Class derive, just this is the class name that I am going to be providing derived, and then here you can use it public class name, that a class name that is a base, it's fine. Now it's created. Now just you can call, you can use it any name public, it's fine. The derived class has been derived from, just it is going to be copied that properties. Now we are going to be closing this one. Now what you can do in main function, just you can create one object by using the derived class. So just I am going to be creating the object for the derived class. By using this derived class, we will call the base class, then we will see whether it's work or not. And then obj, as you can observe here, I haven't created the object for the base class, so that's why it is going to be, we can call it as a derived class, means just we are going to be inheriting from this base class to the derived class, and then that's why I am going to be using the object for the derived class for to calling the what are the statements, what are the data members and member functions present in the base class. So now I am just going to be printing the one more thing, that I am just printing the data member which it is present in the base class as well. See out, as you can observe here, I have just created the object for the derived class. By using the object of the derived class, I am just going to be calling the what are the data members and member function present here in this one. So that's why we can call it as an inheritance. Suppose if you haven't used this one, as if you haven't inherited the properties of this one, directly you created one base class and derived class, and you are going to be using the derived object, and then you are going to be calling, then you will get as an error. Let's check it whether how it's going to be working after execution of this one. So we can't use this one, so that's why we are getting as an error. Now just you can call, it is going to be executing. This is a parent class and this is a Sai Kumar. Okay, just you can here you can use it endl, and then we will get this line as a new one. And first it is going to be by using the derived object, means derived class object. Just we are going to be calling this function, and then what are the function present in the base class, it is going to be returning that value. And then here we are going to be calling the first name which it is present in the derived class, and by using the derived object, and we are going to be calling the data member which it is present in the base class. Let's see, it is going to be working. Now let's check it whether it will work or not by using without doing this one. I'm just removing the public base. So this is the normal program that we are going to be using. Two classes we just initialized, and then after that here we use derived object, and then we are going to be calling this one. So now let's check it. I haven't inherited the properties of that base class to the derived class here. Now you can check it, you will get as an error. As you can observe here, we haven't, because this object it will not work for the to call the what are the statement, what are the member functions present in the base class. So that's why we are going to be, if we can use this one, then it's going to be useful. Public and the base. It is a thing that we are going to be discussing. This is what we called as a single level inheritance. There is a here one single level inheritance, means there is a one base class and another one is one derived class. This is what we call, you can call it as a single level inheritance. Now multi-level inheritance means just we are going to be initialize one more C, one more D, then we can call it as a multi-level, means from A to B and B to C and C to D. These are the copying the properties from one class to the another, and B to C and the C to D. So A act as a base class, and it is going to B act as a derived class from A to B, and C act as a derived class from B, and D act as a derived class to the C. This is the how we are going to be using the multi-level inheritance. So now let's talk about the multiple inheritance level also. So for the multiple inheritance, there is a two base classes, as you can observe here, and then after that there is a one derived class. So here there is a, we are going to be inherited from A to D, and again we are going to be inherited from B to D. So this is what we called as a multiple inheritance. Now this is the, there is a one base class A and another one is base class that is a B. We are going to copy the properties from A to D and B to D. This acts as a multiple inheritance. Now let's talk about the hierarchical inheritance. It's opposite to the multiple inheritance as well. So there is a one base class, another one is E, another one is one F. Yeah, there is a one base class, and there is a, we are going to be derived from D to E and again from D to F. This is what we call as an hierarchical inheritance. Now let's talk about the hybrid inheritance also. It is a combination of two types of inheritance. Just it is a combination of one single level inheritance and one multiple inheritance as well. If it is a combination of like this, then we can call it as a hybrid inheritance, or otherwise multiple plus multi-level, we can call it as a hybrid inheritance. So these are the types of inheritance present in this C++ programming, in object oriented programming. We will discuss one by one. We already completed the single level inheritance. Let's go to the multi-level inheritance, and then we will implement, and then we will see how it is going to be working.